Welcome back to Two Exiles, One Portal. Joined once again by Caspar.
Yo,
I am Mr. Coffee, and we're about to just talk some shit and do some maps and see where it goes. Did you have anything particular you wanted to talk about today?
so, a few things have changed. You almost rage quit.
Oh yeah, that happened. That happened.
But you haven't told me the details behind it. I kind of know what happened. I
I
kind
think
of
you know
suspected
exactly
it.
what okay. So for everybody to get a little bit of context here, I had a six socket, 5 link fucking chess piece that I've been trying to tainted fusing to 6 link for. I think I quit at 9 tries. Like legit, not even fucking willing to do it anymore. Just it was too much. I was either gonna buy it a chess piece and just say fuck it and repair it one more time essentially.
And this chess piece, like, it wasn't just like any 5 link. Like, oh, why don't you just buy it? No, it was like a near perfect. Uh,
So insane chess piece. Everything I wanted in it. It is just,
and it was
I just
corrupted. So,
it was. You know what? Fucking hilarious part. I'm the one that corrupted it.
because you thought it was gonna be easier.
I thought it was gonna be a lot easier because I was like, oh, maybe 5 or 6 tainted fusings, and we'll be fucking rocking.
Now
I
it took me about 3 divs to 6 link my chess piece.
through just sheer like,
I bought the Omen,
oh, okay. That
so
makes sense.
I had to. That was the first time I was using the Omen. I usually go the fusion route, and I was gonna go the fusion route with the marketplace. I figured that would have probably been easier, but I said, you know what? I never used the Omen. Let me just check it. I mean, check that out. See, let's go around killing it. Right, actually, this is
Yeah, it's a
unique.
circle. Cool.
So I figured I'd never tried the Omen, so I figured I'd try the Omen. So I did. Cost me about 2.5, almost 3 divs. And then it would pretty much work aimlessly. You didn't spend 3 divs. You spent at least two though.
I did spend no, well, dude, 9 tries, man.
It was like at
And
first it was 40 a pop, and then after that it was like 35, and then like maybe
right,
20
but
a
the
pop.
thing is the only like, how do I say, fusings never go down deep in price. They're never fucking dirt.
Right.
Number two, fucking vowels are never dirt either. So 150 and 150 every try, plus the tainted fusing. So every time I would brick it, I would have to fix it because you're not going to go and then use a second
I
tainted
forgot
fusing.
about that. I forgot that you
Yeah.
actually was still using it as a
Yeah.
fast link. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I have to repair the shit, and it's just like I don't know, dude. I think I spent about 3 div, and each of the tries was taking a little bit more out of me. Eventually, I couldn't fucking do
When I seen you playing Tekken, I was like, oh shit.
it. I completely lost the will to play this game, and it was all because of RNG. And it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I expected to lose 4 or 5 times. But after like 7 and then 8 and then the ninth one happened, I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. And I was like, because the other thing was, is I didn't want to spend what little cash I had left
To keep
fixing it
fixing it.
again.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, fuck, dude. Like it's the good part about it is it was still worth more. If I fix it and even if I link it, it's worth more. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
It's just the frustration of the whole thing, and then like that's literally all I was working for the last like forever. It
See,
feels it's just like
I
fuck.
I always try to avoid that situation in which like you break the armor that you're currently farming with, or like the one that has you like in the maps. I usually try like if I'm gonna do something like that, I try to buy like a stand-in piece
Well, I
or
had a stand-in piece, but the stand-in piece requires me to respec.
no, that's not a
Because
stand-in piece, bro. That's
no, it's bullshit. No, get the fuck out of here. Because if it's not, then the thing is I need to find another chess piece with 20 something fucking suppress on it. That's what made the chest so good. Is it had everything I needed plus 20 plus. It had 22 suppress on it. That shit saved
I
me like
mean
four
one. one or two skill points is fine, but like if I have to
Oh,
fucking like roll like 8, 10, 20 fucking skill points, that's not a fucking standing chest for me.
well, no, it was 4. There is a stand-in. It's just the fact that I had to go back. It's just no. I was done.
No, I mean it's how I feel about hot swapping gems or item or like weapons for like ball. All right, I'll use this weapon for bossing and this weapon for mapping. I don't like doing that shit.
I
Like,
always need to solve a problem.
and that's probably towards my deficit because there's probably a lot of builds that would be enabled if I just get over my hump. I'd rather fucking just deal with one shitty skill, one shitty item until I find a better one, and then that's it.
The
I don't
thing
like.
is it allowed me to do in the build something I was wanting to do. I want more bodies. I want more trigger rate. I want to be able to get my brand recall. You know what I mean? Like the build was not ready before I was able to get that chess piece. And if I was willing to just sit on a fucking 5 link, it would have been fine. But I'm not. And I wanted a 6 link, and I was willing to fucking rage quit over it.
Now it's funny because it's not like this is the first time you've ever run into a challenge
Oh,
like this.
right. This is definitely. It was
What do you
just
think
problem.
made this one so like? Do you think you would have rage quit the entire league over this or not? You
I
seem
don't
pretty
think so.
dejected for the last 2 days.
I like maybe like hardcore. And when I say maybe, I'm not just like, oh, maybe. Like no, like maybe for me is like legit considering. Was like, well, fucking Tekken's about to release Hihachi. I can start practicing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was hard considering something else to do. And I, what made this worse was probably the fact that this was the entire reason I waited to try to make this build in the first place. Was I wanted shit to get into a good spot where I didn't need a whole bunch of crazy shit to make it work. And it was like the build itself wasn't having issues. It was literally just trying to get that thing fixed. And with that, I can't make any progress because I'm focusing on one fucking piece.
Mm.
I like, and it's such a big thing going from a 5 link to a 6 link that it's not something where it's just like, oh, well, these are just subpar gloves. You know what I mean? Like I've
I lose 100
def-
health.
yeah, like I've definitely had my fair share of just like, fuck it, dude, I'll settle for this. This was way more suppressed. It was giving me more resists. And it gave me just everything, just fucking everything. It even had chaos resist on it. Like, fuck, what else could I ask for in a chess piece? And it was like, okay, if I get this linked, this will hardcore carry me to late game. Like, there's no feasible upgrade that's not like 10 div that I would
But
want
weren't
more.
you already doing T16s with this
Yes,
5 link? Yeah.
yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, it's not that it wasn't doable. It's just that I'm farming to fucking fail. And then you mentioned like Orobot, and I was like, I'm instantly on board. I don't even know if you understood why I was so on board with the Orobot, and it's because I don't have to worry about links.
The 6 linking?
Yeah, don't got to worry about it. Fuck it. I can use a fucking dude. Right now, I have what 1, 2, 3, 4 open slots, and I have a five, and I'm on a 5 link. Like, I don't give a shit.
Which is
Like,
funny because Autobots are usually like starving from sockets. Not necessarily
yes,
links, but just like.
just socket starved. And this was, I don't know. I feel like the removing of coruscating elixir, a lot of stuff changed the way that this feels. I was not a fan of the link skill. That was just hyper annoying. You're too fast.
I
Uh,
originally was trying to find a third Autobot, and I've made some success, and I found a few guys that seem pretty competent. A few new ones, which I don't know. If you're a new player, you shouldn't be running an Autobot. This is not like an MMO where you can run a support character and you get more like you get into all the groups. It's just there's certain things that knowledge that is required behind an Autobot that it's better for you just to run a DPS, you know, build and be fine.
Hell, dude. I'm how far into this game, and I still run for instance, I found myself doing something that I usually tend to coach myself out of doing, which is just cookie cutting. I see the build. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna get all the shit and then not understand how any of it fucking functions. I had to go and sit and fucking read for a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking, I had to
Um,
understand like what my gloves were doing. Like, why were they using these? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just better to
for
understand.
well, the thing about it, the thing I've gained to understand that the most important thing in party play is survival. Like one of the most important things, and how your build complements the other person.
Yeah,
Like yeah, you can be in a party with five, six people, but that doesn't mean you're doing party play. It's not traditionally what we would consider in path party play. Like you have to be strategically in what builds you're using. Are you overlapping auras? Shit like that. Like yeah, you could be in a group of six people and you randomly all doing shit, and you're gonna get the inherent bonus of that guy kind of hit me kind of hard. You're gonna get the inherent bonus of the party members, but that's just you being in a group. That's not part doing party play. And I could be wrong about this, but it's just the way I look at it. If you're not synergizing your builds, you're not really doing it. I don't want to say the right way, but the most optimal way.
not
With
even
that.
like most optimal. It's more of just taking things into consideration, right? Where, for instance, we sat there for a second today. It was just like, okay, what auras are you running? I could probably stop running this. You
Oh yeah, I
guys could
should
probably,
switch to
yeah, it's
anchor.
easy, but it's the perfect example. Easy to forget. Easy to forget to check what you guys are all running. Like, I'm really happy that you don't do anything that results in corpses because I have corpse walk and I just fucking destroy nearby corpses. Like,
Yeah, but something. Yeah, you see, like something as simple as that, right? Not knowing that. Well, my main DPS is corpses, so if you do corpse destroy, you're gonna destroy my build, basically.
hell, there was an instance that we found with that before when I made my ward loop. You hit major your aura bot, and I was like, man, I'm so excited for this. I'm gonna get so much damage, and it just turns out not to be the case because you can't survive without determination, and my aura bot is bricked by determination.
Yeah.
Like, that was just it was so sad to have happen because we had I it's the lesson. We had to learn the lesson, and it was the hard way. Like, just fuck. You can't just haphazardly just decide to, like, oh, let's just throw our builds together and make sure that shit's good.
In a lot of different situations. Oh, what the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
just
you
came?
got fucking
What
bopped,
was
homie.
that? I don't know what that. Maybe it was like the explodey red things.
Maybe
Had
I
like a
have
pack
never.
of 30 of them on there.
I don't know. You were there 1 second, and then you
It's
were
a
there.
lot
You
of
weren't.
pollution in the screen, so I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, bottom. Yeah, yeah. Get this
I
money.
read
Yo.
slow. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, that was satisfying seeing all that gold pop up.
But yeah, so those of you listening and thinking about, oh, party play, you don't have to have run an aura bot. You just need to just synergize your builds, like your auras, your damage types. Like if you're all running, for example, fire damage, like that's not really an optimal setup because if you hit something that has, like, for example, fire immunity, then what the hell are you going to be able to kill, right? So things, just subtle things like that. Also, like reflect. Like if you're all elemental damage and no one's physical damage, again, you're not really synergizing your builds. Your
Ah, what happened? Did I start?
delivery might be too much for us, probably.
I think I bled.
It's up.
Yeah, I think I bled to death.
Uh,
Maybe I should be running steel skin. Can I afford steel skin?
mm.
I don't know.
Like as a
Uh,
slot or as a mana? Because it doesn't take
uh,
mana.
steel skin doesn't take mana.
I don't think so.
Oh, then I can run steel skin. As a matter of fact, if that's does molten take mana?
Molten does, yes, it does.
Okay, so then I should use steel skin, even though I have a lot of armor. But that'll still be good.
Does steel gonna stop bleeding?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Steel skin stops bleeding
Oh, I didn't know that.
because you have steel skin.
Duh, right? I
I know it sounds stupid for me to put it that way, but when I realized that's what it did, I was just like, "Oh, that makes sense." Like,
I thought it was more like, like a cool name, Steel Skin.
yeah,
It's just
but no,
less. It's just basically like no lotion on.
no, well, no, that would be like,
Dry skin.
yeah, that'd be dry skin, sand skin.
uh,
Oh goodness, dude.
but I'm glad you didn't
It's
quit, cause I wasn't gonna ask you to do this. I was kind of determined to like have you like, cause I noticed that you had a lot of boss damage. Like when you dropped shit on bosses,
oh yeah,
it would
yeah, yeah.
take big chunks off, and I was like, damn, that's actually pretty good. So I can focus on the mapping since I'm the faster mapper, and then you could do the bossing. So I was kind of convinced in doing that setup. So I was, but every time I try to find an aura bot, like they were alright, but like the communication was kind of not really
Lacking.
there. Yeah, not really there, and then the availability was kind of oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
Did I just get hit by the boom?
Yeah, you did. You stayed in the
Okay.
boom.
I was looking. I was looking at the tornadoes. I don't know why I was looking at the tornadoes. I don't think they
Oh,
can kill me.
I got hit. All right, this guy's a lot more.
This
Maybe
got
not
a lot of health.
delivering. Maybe not delivering with these guys.
Well, he's not deliriumed.
Oh,
The
why is he so
delirium's over.
strong? Goddamn,
Because he's mad.
he mad.
He mad.
I've
He
never
mad
had
as
that
fuck.
much trouble with him.
I didn't see all the mods on the right, but it looked like a lot of them.
Okay.
And we also took the ailment reflection.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was taking a lot of that shit.
Oh, did you actually just click before you read?
Nah, dog, I got Donald Reed, bro.
Oh, okay. Uh, you have
I
to take my recommendations with a grain of salt, man. Like,
it's just like, oh, that's good. Let's do that one. Fuck it.
I the first thing I see when I look at those types of things is the reward. And like and the funny thing is that's the other thing I like falling bodies for is most of them don't fuck with you. It's usually pretty cool. And it's just like, oh, like you're not affected by reflect. I didn't have to you're dying, bro.
Yeah, it's a chaos damage,
Yeah.
and it's fucking animation takes so long.
Yeah. I could probably just eat this, right? Oh, I'm
Ah,
an idiot. Sorry. I forgot to use, haste. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. All right, cool.
did he drop anything?
Hooray for dropping nothing, bro.
It's maybe after the animation.
No, he's dead.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, bro, he's fucked. You once I turned fucking haste on, I was sitting there smacking him, like watching you hit him normally, like, oh, what's going on? This is the, you know what?
All right, this
No,
is 100 point.
do it. Fuck it.
No,
You're
no, no. I
good.
mean, I don't know if I should do it with Maven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
All
my mama didn't raise no bitch. Like,
right, let's get Delirium though.
yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. I fucking don't really like delirium unless I need to be running all damage auras, and I need to have better gear. I need to be yeah. I need to be ready for that.
All right.
Just for quick understanding, everybody. I made this character yesterday.
Yeah, we ran it three. This is the reason why we didn't record and release the episode on it usually. We took what 5.5 hours to run you through the campaign, get you at least basically basic geared. I
Yeah.
want to say fully geared. And um, then I logged off around 1 or 2 a.m.
After we did 3 labs,
Yeah, and then I've heard that you farm.
I was
No,
farming with a friend.
but you
A
did you
friend of
did
ours.
the fireways too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That too. Every time you go AFK, I actually have a friend now that's willing to take me in. So
I adopt
he
you.
was just like, yeah, he's just like, oh, you have an aura bot now, huh? And I was just like, yeah.
So I could use
Help
one of
me get
those.
XP. Help me get XPs. I need those. That and levels. I need levels really bad.
Yeah.
I also am pretty sure I sniped a 4 divine fucking small cluster jewel for like 20C.
From Marketplace or him?
No, just you can't buy cluster jewels on marketplace.
No, I meant like trade. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Trade. Like it was a crazy it's for me it's fucking insane. It, and I'm pretty sure like my price checker and shit agrees with me. My price checker's like, "Wait, you bought that
I
for
hate
how
this
much?"
guy.
Hey, me too. Well, I have armor. Ow! Holy shit!
Yeah,
He almost killed me.
he bops me hard too.
Ow!
Run, run,
Fuck.
run, run, run. Don't engage him head on.
But I want to eat it. But I want to eat it like a sandwich. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
I'm trying to
Fuck
kill
him
the
up.
other guys.
Oh, why? Fuck him up. Fuck the big guy up. He's the one that we have trouble with. I don't give a fuck about everybody else that he brought. Ow.
I can't even fucking see him. Why am I so big?
Because you keep grabbing things. He's right there. He's right there. He's on top of me. What the fuck just happened there? All
Everything
right.
is happening. Everything. So I keep trying to tell you. You're like, you're not. You're even on top of the AOE's from Minotaur.
Well, I don't care. That wasn't the thing that killed me. It's his one shot.
Oh
Him
yeah,
kind
that's
of
a
like,
he when he goes on the ground. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is it. I don't know if you really want to go
Let
back
me
in there, do you?
let me run it. Hold on.
All right, for sure.
I'm gonna waste a. I'm not worried about leveling right now. So
I am only worried about leveling right now.
what's your percentage?
60.
Yeah, this map might be fucked. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me
Because
see.
I don't know if you noticed, he's wildwooded.
Oh, I gotta take that off. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's wildwood. He's fucking pissed.
I did it where like if you full clear,
Oh, wait, wildwood's the last
they
thing.
get wildwood, and I also have destructive play.
Oh god, that's terrifying. We're not that strong yet, though.
Okay, I gotta adjust my tree then a little bit, just a little bit. All right.
Heard an interesting take
What's up?
on the state of rarity
Oh,
and quant. And I understand this person's point of view, so I'm gonna cliff notes it.
you want to say
He
what it
thinks
is? After,
uh
after. Say
oh
after what it
no,
is after.
no, it's a YouTuber named Snap.
Oh snap!
And he's an end game juicer. He mainly does party play, and I was watching a video on his about basically the state of end game juicing. And he brought up the first thing he brought up was literally the quant change. And he thinks that it's a buff, if not neutral,
Hmm.
which I have my own disagreements with, but I'll share the reasons that I drew from him of why, and that's because he was just like because they left glittering scarabs in the game, you're still able to ramp up to 200 quant, and that's basically should be fine, and you're getting like 5 or 10% less, right? And I'm like, all right, fine. And then he brought up the fact, but that locks you in when you're mega juicing to having to use that scarab, the glittering scarab, so you lose the scarab slot.
But
But
they
with the
added.
extra, right? But with the right, but with the extra one, it's just like, oh, but that's okay now. Like, I still think that means that it's a nerf,
Hmm.
like just hardcore, like because instead of taking a divination scarab that multiplies your quant and rarity, you're having to put in something that adds it for you. It's not necessarily like, oh, this is the worst thing in the world, but you are losing opportunity. It's opportunity cost. And in that kind of
Only on
situation,
the super higher end though.
but that's the lens that we're talking about this in, because first of all, he starts the league out party playing, and he has I think 5 people that play with him, and they always go Giga Juicer end game. So he even prefaced this in the beginning. He's just like, this is a he's like, I party play every league start this way. This is just what I do, and this is the lens that I'm looking at this through. and I understand that. I
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the opportunity cost of losing the scarab that they just added and keeping that the same, I think is too much. I think
I don't think those guys had any issues to begin with, though. You know what I mean? Like the amount of
they had
shit that drops and the amount of shit that they have
that they
access to, it's just kind of like we're talking about pennies on a dollar kind of differences.
and I don't. So this is the problem with that thought process here. We are in a 100% quad area right now. What did we drop?
Oh, okay. I see where you're coming from now.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Because
wait,
ironically
wait, wait.
enough, I was gonna bring that up too, but go ahead.
Get your ass back here.
What?
Get your ass back here.
I did it already.
Uh, okay. Oh, what'd you get?
Trash.
Oh, okay. Uh, but it's one of those things where like I don't know, man. We're not dropping good loot because the high end kind of was nerfed, and even if it's just opportunity, and right now we can't really afford the fucking scarabs to do the super juicing.
Yeah.
It leaves us in a weird spot where we're not really getting fucking anything for the juicing that we are doing, which I understand is not like insane fucking levels of juicing, but at the same time, like we're not doing pussy shit, dude. Like
Yeah. No. 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 You're exactly. You have the same opinion as I do. But from a different position. I didn't really care about the quant and the higher end because I don't feel like it affects even me. Um, because
it
by
doesn't affect us in that sense, no.
yeah, but because by the time I'm there, it's like it's near middle to end of league anyways. But I do agree that I've been reading this a lot on Reddit lately that T16s just don't feel rewarding anymore.
They don't. And
Like,
I think that just means that to do anything or to feel any kind of good, we have to do T17s, which then we have to deal with the frustrating problem of. So
survivability.
another thing that Snap brought up that really fucking spoke to me was he called the T17 mods on off mods. And I understand where he's coming from. So, for instance, say you have a build that does AoE. T17s can roll mods that have less AoE, and usually they go above 100%, which means it's no longer oh, can my build handle this? It's just no. It just basically reads, nope, roll again. Like it's no longer a consideration. You look for very specific stuff, and then now because people are having to filter out
Oh
so
shit!
much fucking like
Like,
scary shit. No, I get you. But because people are having to filter out so much scary shit, regexes are now exceeding the length of how much room we have to put the regex in our search bar. So now you have
that's
to use
funny.
multiple regexes to search for T17 mods. Not only that, you're spending fucking hundreds of chaos per fucking T17
Yeah, I
because it.
ran the two
Good.
that I test benched my build in my initial build with were, I, I wouldn't say relatively safe for my build. It wasn't too many mods on it that I felt like, and I died a few times. It was just things that were just too much to deal with, like just chaos damage or just a crazy hit. But for the most part, I got to the boss. It was Katarina. I think it was Citadel, and I forgot the other one. But the one Katarina is the boss of.
Yeah.
And I got to the boss, and then what I realized is that my aura bot could not survive. Like my aura bot was being uh, just demolished. Um, I have sustain built in with leech, so as long as I can at least line a few hits, I'm somewhat relatively safe. I say somewhat because I'm not impervious,
Yeah.
but
There's a limit. There's a breaking point for
yeah,
everything.
yeah, there's a breaking point. So, but even within that little time that I was in there, it honestly felt a little rewarding, and maybe that's a little bit of FOMO in me, like I want to get there already. But I think the biggest problem for me is the drop rates for T17s. I
Yeah,
think they don't drop enough. I have done hundreds and hundreds of maps so far, and I've only found maybe four.
I've gotten two, and I don't think I've done as many maps as you have though.
Like I sometimes just pop. I open up a pub. I've been doing a lot. I've been opening up public channel, public groups, and I would just pop T17s in there and just run 30, 40 maps. And I'm only do this just to get gold. And I don't feel like doing all the work. So I just pop them in there, and we just roll maps. And then it takes me about 2.5 minutes to run through them. Usually not. Oh shit! What did I open that there? It's usually not a. It doesn't take too long. So hundreds of maps and only four T17, and I'm like, it's kind of diminishing because it's like I want to run them, even if I die, I want to at least run them. But if they're that rare, then I'm gonna have to resort into buying them, and again, oh yeah, this part.
Yeah,
It's
you found
kind
it.
of
Don't worry.
yeah. It feels doesn't feel like it's
Bad.
in a right spot.
It feels bad. Like legit feels fucking bad. Like I don't have any other fucking way of expressing it because it. We're doing maps that are killing our characters. We're not playing fucking weak ass characters that can't fucking kill a boss. We're we're dying, but we're not getting fucking anything. And unless we were doing fucking something that literally didn't rely on floor drops.
I have survived this entire league on floor drops.
No, we haven't. Bullshit.
How do we
Bullshit.
define floor drops?
Anything that doesn't come from a chest, something that comes from directly from a monster. Nope.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough, fair enough,
because
fair enough.
we were doing fucking blight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
So
I guess
not
the way I was thinking about it is like popcorn.
mm,
Like
yeah, no,
I I have survived. I've maybe gotten like two divs, two raw divs so far, and it was okay. And then other than that, I've been getting like small little items that cost anywhere from 2 to 3 chaos, 5 chaos here, 10, 20 here, there. The biggest items I've ever sold so far was the actual items on my character that once I find an upgrade, I'll sell it and it'll sell for maybe 80 to 100 C's. So I was able to bring
uh,
Mac a little bit of money from me upgrading. So I wasn't completely broke. Um, but yeah, it was just like I'm so far in this character, I've spent close to. I'm probably closer to 10 divs so far. I'm
okay,
probably pretty close to 10 divs on that because the Rakiatas was 3. Each of my clusters were about 1 or 2. My chess piece was about 1 or 2. So I maybe hitting 12.
okay,
Um, I'm definitely under 20 though. Definitely under 20. So and all that was just popcorn, just like trading up, trading up, trading up, farming maps, getting rid of everything excess I'm not running, like Forbidden Tomes, anything I'm not running, just getting rid of it. I even got to a certain point I was getting rid of my scarabs too. Because it was like I'm not running scarabs, I can't get there yet, so I was selling that shit too. Um,
makes sense. I ended up selling all the oil. Fucking after you logged off, that's all. That's what I did. Is I went to the currency exchange and I was selling some oils. And holy shit, I didn't realize this as we were doing it. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to go back to Blight, if you don't mind, because that shit actually makes a grip of money.
the exchange during in the exchange.
Well, either way, if you feel like selling fucking oils, then fucking sell oils. But fucking those opalescent oils, I
Yeah.
ended up having like 19 of them, dude. Bro, 100 right there. It's just like, oh, and it was like, all right, I guess I had that. And then it's just like, okay, well, I have a couple hundred of the Lobby ones. Let's fucking combine a couple of those up. See where we get. Fucking dude, I ended up getting like 3 or 4 div out of those.
Hmm.
Like it was fucking good.
I
Couldn't
mean, you still have the
fuck.
tree, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's nothing we can
and
swap back and forth.
yeah, yeah. I just want us to do that. That now that I know how much money we were making, and we only did maybe like what 11 of them. Like yeah, we were doing a lot of the blight within the map, but
Yeah.
like the actual blight maps, we weren't doing that many.
They weren't. They
And if
didn't
we
feel
get
that. Those didn't feel bad either.
no, they didn't. They did. They felt difficult but rewarding because they are difficult. That blight ravage map, the one that we fucking cheesed somehow, because I'm pretty sure we should have lost that.
No, the one that got glitched.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was like what, like 3 or 4
It
bosses
had one
spamming
HP, and
on
it
top.
just yeah, it had one HP. It just fucking like, well, no, you're gonna give it to you. You earned it.
It's like you earned this. We did get to the end. You know, the not fucking bad. Like it kept crashing me though. That's the problem I was having.
Oh fuck,
Something
I
in there
forgot
was
my.
crashing the fuck out of me.
Well, I think that's probably your fault. Because you was like, oh look, I have not crashed since the new engine change, and as
I
soon
don't
as
necessarily think that's my fault. It's not like I went and turned my graphics up or
I
anything.
think you did, you turned out the resolution, didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I
Never mind.
when I figured out that it was running my 2580 whatever fucking screen resolution, I turned it down. But I was shocked that I hadn't had any crashes during that time before I did that. And we had been mapping. Like
Mm.
granted, it wasn't like we were fucking, you know, dumb mapping or anything, but we were mapping. It's like that's something that I wasn't able to fucking experience normally. And even now, my graphics are literally as low as they can get them. But now they won't let me go to like 800 by 600 anymore. Like they're forcing me to use resolution scaling, and it only goes down to like 56%.
You said you was going on vacation. When are you going?
Yes, I'm going to Jamaica.
When?
Go, huh?
When are you going? When are you
Oh,
going?
is that why? Is to tell people when I'm traveling?
Oh, okay. You get robbed.
Yeah,
Um, in a
I
week,
don't.
2 weeks, 3 weeks from
About a week.
now. No week. Okay.
Yeah, be about
Obviously
a
we're
week
not gonna be
on
recording.
Friday.
Just give the announcement so we don't hear no recordings. You know why? Gonna take a little hiatus so he can
Yeah,
get some original weed from the island.
I gotta visit my cousins and tell them that their weed is bad.
That's isn't that blasphemy in Jamaica? The
Hey,
original Gangadas.
I come from fucking California, motherfucker. We pioneer weed now.
Bob Marley's twisting in his goddamn grave. Fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, I don't give a fuck. He can say
Bob
that he
Marley
came
brought
from
weed to the
there, but
world
now,
and love.
sorry, bro. It's like, America used to make good cars.
Damn. He says that
But
until
yeah,
he gets high on some Jamaican weed. I'm like, he's gonna come back with an accent.
just fucking. The funny thing is I don't foresee that happening mainly because I smoke concentrate, and from what I understand, that isn't as popular out there as it is here.
Synthetic, bro. You gotta get that shit straight from Mother Earth.
I decline to care.
He's
Like
like, this is we're not barbarians. We have science. We can
it's
get
very
higher
true.
efficiently.
I don't use leeches no more. It's like straight up, man. Like I don't understand. Like I do. I understand that some people are like, "Oh my god, it's natural," but at the same time, like cyanide is natural. Fucking the gimpy tree is natural. There
He
are
said
some things that are
cyanide.
just fucking
Lord. Mercury. Lead.
like, dude. There are some fucked up things out there that are natural and are perfectly harmful to you.
Rattlesnakes.
It's natural. Just suck on his face; it'll be fine. Like I don't know, man. Like
Most
I
people,
and I
and that's actually truth because most people that will push that whole natural narrative have never been into like a forest or jungle
right.
and see
See,
how
like
fucked up is it in there.
you realize like 90% of this shit wants you dead, right? Like
Like it's yeah, Mother Nature's literally just it's number one thing, kill.
kill you, feed other shit. That's literally all Mother Nature does. Like it just trips me out, man. I fucking love it. And like fucking humans, crazy ass fucking creatures that have somehow removed themselves from the motherfucking food chain
And we bitch about it too. That's the worst part about it.
all day.
We
All day,
just
people fucking
bitch.
bitch about it. Oh, this isn't natural and holistic. This isn't
It's not
normal goddamn
GMO.
corn. Corn never looked like that. Yeah, but corn used to suck.
Well, even better. Corn was never available to everyone.
That's true. Now
Now,
everybody gets
now it
corn.
sucks, but everyone can have it.
No, 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 no. Corn used to suck. Like, if you've ever seen like the shit that pilgrims and shit were eating, like when the corn sucked, bananas sucked, fucking strawberries sucked. Why? You know why, right? You know why? It's actually really, really fucking simple. Is bananas sucked because banana seeds suck. And the genetic modifying that we were doing basically just made more of the fruit, the
Mm,
good part of the fucking banana.
damn.
Like,
This is
god
where the
damn,
reason Planet Apes start. They got better
yo, like
nutrition.
better do fucking nutrition, man. Like
They're getting smarter doing sign language and shit.
it's like, oh, GMO's bad. Do you hate crop rotation? Like
Gee,
that's
that's how okay. This is funny because we're going off on a tangent here, but this is very. I love this conversation. That's my number one argument with anyone who touts any health bullshit like GMO shit. Like they're like, oh, but it has artificial blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, first of all, GMO and all that bullshit, like crop rotation is the number one widely used farming technique and is 100%, 1000% fucking a GM. It classifies as a GMO. Like when you
yes,
do crop rotations, that's it. You're not naturally getting the like if you naturally plant shit on the soil, bro, you will never get enough food for people. Like it's
true.
just impossible because it's shit. Just like when did you just? When's the last time you went outside? And if you don't live in the city, and you just find a wild field of corn, it doesn't grow like that. Nothing grows just like that. It requires someone to cultivate it, to gather it up, to put all the seeds in one area. That way you can just gather it up when you're ready. But plants don't do that shit. Plants just like fuck it. We're just gonna fuck and just make babies everywhere. And that's what you call a jungle in a forest. Just shit everywhere. There's no system to it. That's it.
It is,
Oh gosh, get the fuck away from that thing.
but it's just it's a trip. Yeah, you're right. Like in a lot of sense, what we despise about the GMO is what makes it possible for us to actually share food with each other. If it weren't for fucking genetically modifying in the simplest of ways, we would be end the thing now.
Good.
Uh, if we didn't find ways to do this, there's no way that we'd be able to feed a population. None.
I agree.
Like you think about it, like oh, and people are like, oh, but the Indians did it, and it's just like yeah, but realize that they were living in fucking like
India used
tribes
to
of.
eat bison,
Not only that, but dude, they used to live in like tribes of like 4 or 5 thousand.
and those are
Like
big ones.
right, and that's big. Like, bro,
Good luck
how
trying
many
to feed New
people are
York with
in
that
New York?
bullshit.
Yeah, how many fucking people are in New York or California or fucking China? Like, nah, dude. We needed to do something that helped us actually fucking like grow and prosper, or else none of this shit ever happens. You know why we're able to fucking sit here and consider, oh, do I want a latte? Oh, do I fucking care about my existence? Who the fuck am
Supermarkets.
I? No, I'm traumatized from my dad that left me. You know why you can worry about that fucking shit? It's because you're not starving. Like, it's really fucking simple. People can worry about existential crises and fucking individuality problems and work problems because we're not in the shit.
Well, this
If you're
episode took a left
starving,
turn, guys.
yeah, if you're starving and you have no food,
Oh
there are
shit.
no morals to stand next to feed you. Like that's you can't focus on those times. Who the fuck cares who you are if you're about to die?
Yeah.
And then, oh god, look at because we're on the subject, dude. Because we're on the subject. Look, I've heard this argument once or twice in my life, and I think it's time I said something about a fucking about. People are like, "Oh my god, so many people get sick nowadays. It's fucking terrible. Oh, people back in the day didn't get sick because they fucking died. They didn't fucking shit themselves for 2 days and be like, "Oh man, I'm really glad I knew that that
All
was
right. So
dehydrating me." No, they
I
shit
should say
themselves
that
for a day.
I should say this, right? So that way we don't get no backlash. I have a child who is allergic to not just peanuts, but nuts, like tree nuts, anything nutty.
Oh,
Now, I'm in my 1,000 years, I never thought to myself like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to worry about that, right? Having a child who's allergic to peanuts, right? I used to make fun of it before. Um, I still do. I still do. Um, it's been twice since my son has had a situation in which he had to go to the ER for it.
oh no.
And it's his whole damn fault because he wants to shove peanut butter in his mouth. Um,
Because it's good. Who the
yeah,
fuck
he
doesn't?
knows. He's like, bro, this is the shit, but I can't eat it.
I feel so fucking
Uh,
bad.
but yeah, I think your statement is correct. Like, if there wasn't medical intervention, he'd be dead. Like in a natural world, he like. I mean, just think
Sorry,
about that. Tree nuts,
survival of
like
the
it's
fittest.
everywhere, bro. Only in New York does you don't have to worry about tree nuts. Like,
That's
cause
true.
there's barely trees here.
Barely fucking trees, yeah.
Unless someone brings them into your house, you should be fine. You're not gonna.
Uh, that doesn't count for like pine cones, right? So you can bring in like Christmas trees and still.
Well, ironically enough, I do have to look out for that. I have a tree in my backyard now, so I have to kind of like. I don't know if it produces pine cones. I don't know what kind of fucking tree it is, but I gotta check out if it don't drop nothing on the back. And he goes back there and kind of like, oh, let me taste this shit.
He's like,
Um,
maybe this tastes like peanut butter.
yeah, you know. So, and I say that because it's like people be like, oh, but you're insensitive. You never don't know what that feels like. No, I know exactly what it feels like. But I still can understand like, yeah, thank you for being born in 2024 and not fucking 1890.
Yeah, because you would have just had to sit there and just have an awful mourning party over the fact that you have no idea. Because think about it, back in the day, you'd think that they knew why their said your son died.
Not
Like
even
if
like
that happened in that situation, to be
fucking
like, oh no, he ingested a couple peanuts and then his throat closed. Nah, they'd been like, he had a demon.
yeah, the demon possessed them.
Like, dude,
That's exactly what it is.
it's so fucking bad, dude. It's so bad. The world we live in right now is better than any time in fucking human history. The problem is we still have dumb shits. Like,
Well,
I think that's
the
just
genes have not changed much from when they first came we first came out. So we're the same humans both in both eras of the of like
of
medical
time.
history, but the difference is that now we don't have like we have the same kind of humans, but the different social situations.
Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Yeah. But it's just yeah, like oh my god, that shit trips me out sometimes how people don't actually understand what going back to those types of times would actually mean. Like,
Well,
oh,
no
I
one.
want
I
to.
don't think anyone actually wants to go back to those times. I think people underestimate the convenience of living now.
How? What else do you call it when someone is sitting there and be like, the only way to heal your soul is to go into Mother Nature and to like. I'm sorry, no. Like, no, we actually have medication that is meant for stuff. Yes, this stuff has side effects.
Question:
No one is saying it doesn't. Go
do
ahead.
you have any of those like invitations, feared and all that stuff?
Uh, Feared?
Yeah, any of those? Like, do you have
No, I
no?
haven't farmed shit, bro. I gave up before I got to farming what you're farming.
Okay, I'm just asking, just
Are
asking.
you wait? Are you talking about just like the map or the invitation? Because
The
the invitation,
invitation.
how would I
Oh,
have?
oh wait, I got it right here. Kira gives it to
Yeah,
me.
I
I
was
didn't know
so
that
confused.
shit, bro.
I told you that shit, bro.
All right, do I roll these or
Literally.
no?
Yes, you can.
Should I?
Yes,
All right, let me.
because so for instance, the feared at I want to say 80% will give you 7 splinters.
Mm.
Yeah. Wait. Don't. What are you doing?
I'm gonna. It's in Kirox.
Right, but what are you doing? Are
I'm
you
I'm
not doing
I'm.
this map?
Oh, did I pop one? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. I know I popped one.
Oh, good. I was just making sure you understood. But yes, the world we live in now is fucking awesome in a lot of fucking ways. I understand it has its problems, but every age has its problems, and I'd rather deal with the
Bro,
problems that
we
we have
have
now.
fucking my screen broke problems.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want I
know,
don't want fucking Black Death problems.
nobody like really does, dude. You think about the Black Death and like even COVID, bro. Like, yes, we lost a fuck ton of people to COVID.
But nothing compared to the Spanish flu.
Nothing, nothing compared to that. That shit ravaged countrysides. Like, fuck. How the hell is it possible that our ancestors actually made it through this shit? Is what astonishes me. Like being able to say that yes, somehow our civilization made it through the fucking Black Death. Oh god. I fucked up there. Fucking goddamn people
Ow! What the
dying in.
fuck?
Did you die too? Yeah.
Yeah, something caught me.
This place is dangerous, homie. You kept trying to kill stuff, didn't you?
Well, I backed
Yeah.
away and some of it chased me.
Ah. So I now know the next stage that isn't going to cost us money for the Orbot, and it's getting the rest of my Pantheon
Oh,
because I just died to something that should have been fixed.
yeah. You
I
tend to ignore that.
I
So we're
do, dude.
late into the.
Yeah, I get lazy and complacent. Like I just want something to work so I can farm. Which is probably the frustration that I was
It
having
says,
with
is it
my
chaining?
no. It's frozen.
Oh, okay.
I am not freeze immune, and if I get freeze immune, I would have been able to move and not be hit by a million things that killed me.
Let's
Like
wait on that. Let's wait on that.
yeah,
Come back to
it
it.
killed me via death of 1,000 cuts. Like I watched myself die. It was just like oh, I'm fucked. I hate when that happens. What the fuck? Yo, if you're here, if you like our take, our hot take, or our cool take, depending on
You
your
should be
persuasion,
dead.
uh,
uh,
yo, fucking press a button. Help us fucking
uh,
truly celebrate living in the age that we do. You're in an age where buttons exist.
you're in the
Okay,
age where we people beg you for buttons.
look at that. We're not fucking paupers begging you on the streets for money. We're begging now.
Please, can you spare a thumb? Just a single thumb? You know what's snobby about it too? Some people are listening right now, like, no, you don't get
No,
one.
you don't get it. You haven't earned my love. But you know
Yeah,
what though? I can't hate because that's how I am.
I am too, man. I have any given moment, I have a few dollars in my pocket, and then they always come to my car like, "Can I get a dollar?" I'm like, "No,
No, you didn't ask me nice enough. Like,
you need to earn it. Gotta do something for it.
gotta do
Make me
stuff.
smile."
That reminds me of a fucking old show called Code Monkeys, and there's this dude, and he walks up to this guy, like a homeless dude in a parking lot. He's like, "Hey, man, can I have some money for some food?" And he goes, not for free, but I'll give you $5 if you break dance. And the dude just starts breakdancing on the street. It's just like, doing his thing, and he's just like, "Yep, that was worth." Like,
You know,
I hate
that was my kind of proposition to like just like people begging, like just do something. Like I don't care what
entertainment.
you do. Like get a soapbox, tell some jokes, work on some material. Like I would be more. I've given hundreds of dollars in the train. Whenever I take the train, I see performers. Like I would always give a 5 or 20, whatever I have in my pocket. Only because like if it's especially if like they're remixing Biggie or like some iconic. I'm like, all right, you took a little
Uh,
time. I see what you do. I see what you're doing, and let me give you a 5. Boom, and I just keep it moving. But like I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe now we're bashing homeless people now. This episode's taking a real weird left turn. Uh,
well, I will say that I have worked with homeless people in the past, both volunteering and for work,
I technically
and
still do.
I will say there are a non-zero amount of them that are like, nah, this is my life. Like, I don't want to improve it. This is where I
Yeah,
want to, and it's a weird thing because you have different types of people in the world, right? You can't say that all homeless people are the same way. Not all homeless people are okay being homeless. Not but not all homeless are downtrodden and fucking people in need of fucking your sympathy and shit. Like some of them really just understand that fucking panhandling is a $20 an hour job.
it really, especially in a good spot,
Like
might be more.
it might be more, and I'm sure in a lot of cases it is. Like that's just the average, and the average I'm pretty sure has gone up. Like I don't know, man. Like some people would rather do that than try to find an honest bit of work, and I understand it. I get it. I'm not even like judging it. I fucking get it. To be honest, I'd much rather never work again in my life. Who the fuck wants to? It's work.
This is
Like
why we.
it's
This is.
literally
Oh, I should have chiseled these things, right?
probably yes,
Fuck.
but
Okay.
it's fine. No, 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 it's fine. Remember,
Why?
it's now based on the color of the map, not the rarity anymore. So now you're not wasting chisels.
I don't think that is
Yeah,
true, but I don't think that actually works the way you think it is.
it
Like
does.
T16 still take up 4.
Yep, 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 yep. But at least you're not having to fucking soak up 20 because you found a good roll.
Oh, you mean I don't have to scour it? Yes, you're right.
Right? Yeah.
This
That.
item is not a map. All right. I can't
Oh, oh,
chisel.
never mind. Yeah, okay,
Okay.
my bad.
Jesus
Good to
Christ.
know. Might be.
All right. All right.
Might
60.
be.
All right. I got deal extra damage as cold hinders spell. No, I don't want that. Less armor. No, I don't want that. Less recovery. Don't want that. Nope, don't want that. Endurance charge projectiles. Oh, I could do with this.
Cool.
87%. 87% quant.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. I'm gonna press your button before you do. Haha.
I have to run across my fucking map.
I know.
What? You said something. What?
I was thinking. I hope we drop an awakened multi-strike.
Oh, wow, that'd be crazy.
I know it's probably not what's gonna happen right now, but God, would that fucking be good? Oh wow. That fucking hurt.
Oh, this motherfucker's healing. What the fuck?
It's Maven.
Ah, die. Okay. Got one.
Uh,
Where's the other one?
uh, uh,
Where is he?
oh, right. I should probably use this. The problem that I have with this setup is the fact that my haste is on a minion, and my minion dies and resummons itself. But the resummoning kind of takes a while.
Orb of Conflict, Fragment of Hydra, Superior Pick.
Yo, Orb of Conflict, bro. Not a bad drop. And you get the 5 crescents, which is really, really, really good. That's
I have
fucking
enough
half.
for a Maven fight now.
Are you really trying to do a maiden?
No, 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 no. I will have to talk offline and walk
Yeah,
me through that
yeah.
goddamn boss. But if I do it with you, at least I know what I'm doing because you know the fight.
Oh yeah, I know the fight very well. I fucking it. Damn, dude, this is one of those moments where like I don't want to misspeak, but Maven is probably like top three favorite fights in the game.
Sirius is first.
Yes, Cirrus is definitely first because I don't know what it is about that fight. I really don't know. I've really tried to examine it, be like, what is it that really makes me like that? No idea. Fucking love it. My favorite fight in the entire game, and I wouldn't change anything about it if I could.
This is the twisted.
The twisted. This is the twisted.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm trying to think if Maven is number two or number three though. I think it's going to be number three. And the boss that has number one for me is probably one that most people haven't even done. And it's not even
Two
like a
down.
full boss. It's Veritania.
The ice
The
chick.
fucking from no from
Oh,
Expedition, the mini boss for Tujin coins.
okay.
No idea why. Again, like it's just something about like the atmosphere of the fight. It's all shadowy, and she has like really cool voice lines. Like there's something about it hits, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I love that shit. And I really do. That shit is so good. It's another
Chisels,
ooh
crescents.
proliferate, enhancing pack size. That's actually not bad, homie.
Yeah, that's the one I'm using actually.
Good.
That's those are the
Uh,
ones. Those are the expensive ones, by the way.
the pack size ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how much are they?
Yeah. Right now they're about 14 a pop.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the ones that everyone's using.
That's pretty sick. I will admit, it's pretty sick. I'm not sure if you should. I'm not sure if you should use them. No, I'm kidding. Of course you should.
I have 20. Like I said, I already had a bunch sitting there. And I have that adds the. That's pretty much gonna go for anything we try to do like 100 quant.
Right.
I'm gonna put some of the
Oh,
stuff.
yo. Here. We need this. Da-da-da-da-dum. Accept the trade.
Oh, my bad. I was in a stash. What's this?
Yeah. The putrid cloister. I need that for the craft. If and again, I actually don't know if I need this for the craft. If I end up ever going back to my falling bodies build, I will need the craft. But I'll probably still fucking need the craft eventually. It'll probably be how I craft my chess piece for this build because I decided I'm gonna have to craft this thing's chess piece.
The Arbots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it's got to have a chunk, like a hardcore. Wait, have you not? Have you gotten this already?
This?
The crafting recipe that's right outside the door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that's the three crafted modifiers.
I haven't
But
found the. I haven't gone back to get the hidden crafts along the campaign.
I've gotten a couple.
I haven't put no
Uh,
effort into that shit.
I you know it's one of those things where you're the first day I remember you came across them and you're like freaking out about it. You're trying to like backtrack to figure it out. And by the time I was like, you know what? It's probably just a fucking crafting recipe, and I don't really care. Like,
Well,
and I
unless
knew
it's
it.
relevant to your build, it really, it's
If
kind of
it's
wah wah.
relevant to my build, I'll go with it later, or I'll go get it later. The same way, like, you know that this build is still missing fucking passive points.
What do you mean?
I'm missing passive points.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not even
Yeah, I'm
surprised
not.
with you.
What do you mean with me,
Because you tend to skip a lot of that shit.
bro? It was you.
That's not me, bro. I don't know. I got you
It
at level
was.
30. What are you talking about?
What do you mean you got me?
You was at level 30 when I started rushing you.
24.
Right. You probably missed the first two acts.
Nope.
All right.
Well,
So
I
which one you
missed
missing?
one. I missed the first
which
one.
which are you
I'll
missing
admit.
then?
I'll admit it. I have to look. Hold on. I have to press the button. Yay! Piece of cloister complete. No good things. I've only gotten a good div card from this one fucking time, like 4 leagues ago. And every time I go and do it, I still hope. Slash passives. I am missing Kishara's star. And yeah, Dweller.
Mm.
I actually think I know where to get that.
Let's wrap up. Any last thoughts?
No, other than please press a button. We fucking love you. We farm. I came back for y'all. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't. But but yeah,
Well, he
I
lived for the streets and definitely died for the streets. Almost quit the streets.
I almost quit the streets. Yeah, I really was living and dying for it. And that's the other thing. You know what it is, dude? I figured out. I figured it out. It was the fact that all league I was living and dying by the streets. I was corrupting shit. Was trying to make my own stuff, and I lost like every fucking live or die for the streets moment.
And you wasn't really making no money either. Like you
I
was just
wasn't. It was
the
awful, bro. It was awful.
the uh the
I
rate
was
and
dying.
drops this league has been a little bit on the lesser side. So,
No,
but
you
yeah,
gotta get to the juicing now.
hopefully everyone is progressing well. If you guys are not progressing well, keep at it. Just change up your method. You
Try
know,
something else.
there's money to be had. It's just changing up. You can't use last league's methodology anymore. Like that's one of the biggest things. You have to be open to new ideas and pushing. Look, I'm not the best player in the world, and even I was able to get together 20 divs and loose change basically to be able to make my build. If I can do it, you can do it. It's not a big problem. As long as as long as you're not in your hideout for 30 hours a day, um, it's just keep mapping, and you'll be able to get there. Um,
Always try to push for slightly harder content until you find a limit, and then
yeah,
that's where you try to step up.
always, and
By
coffee's best advice. If you got 50 chaos in your inventory, spend it. Why is it in there? Like I, I will say this, and I'll keep saying this. It's the best advice I've ever gotten in this game from you. It was more like
use that money.
use it. And in every turn this league I've done it. Like everything I was like, oh, I want to like if I've been saving for like a weapon, but like I'm like, oh, but I really need to upgrade my fucking boots. I upgrade my boots,
Yep.
and then it allows me to do slightly better content, slightly harder, slightly harder to the point where I got to C16s, and I'm like, all right, I still need to buy my new weapon, but man, my damage is not like top notch, but I could get there. I'm okay.
But you're living and you're farming at the higher point,
Right,
which will, if you hit, like, is going to give you a better result. You
right,
want to do that shit.
yeah,
The biggest thing that, if you want to make that choice, right? Say you don't know what to buy with your 50 chaos, right? Map mods, guys. The fucking map device crafts. They are worth it.
yeah. And I
The
don't even use them
reason
as
some of
much.
them cost. Right. But the reason they cost what they do is because you're almost, there are unlucky times where you'll pull at least what you put into it in there out of the currency of whatever's dropping. There, it's useful. There's the scarabs that give you the imbued craftings. Yo, expensive scarabs, gotta use one of them one time in your PoE career. It's fun. But yeah, we're gonna trail on into a year here. So
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for listening and enjoy.